text today is a fairly brief text. Genesis, the very first book of the Bible, chapter 1, verse 1 and verse 31. Verse 1 reads as thus: In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Then verse 31a, this text says, Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading and the hearing of his word for the edification of our souls. I would that you pray with me for a few minutes behind the topic of in the beginning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In the beginning. I want to start out right from the get-go today, letting you know that whenever you know the beginning, you are already equipped and you're confident that everything is going to be all right.
Yes, sir.
See, this in the beginning thing is at once confining, but it's also liberating.
Yes, sir.
It's complex, but it's also very, very simple. See, it's hard to think in terms of the beginning when your troubles are raging all around you. When your loved one or you yourself find yourself stretched out on your sick bed and the doctors keep giving you announcements, but they never tell you what you need to hear. It's hard to think in terms of the beginning when your only son won't grow up and be the man he knows he has to be and ought to be, and your baby girl can't get into her head that what's on the outside surely will fade away. It's what's on the inside that truly matters. If you think in terms of the beginning, it's hard when you're sitting in a courtroom and the prognosis is bleak and the jury is taking far too long. It's really hard to think in terms of the beginning, the totality of all that the beginning means when your life is in tatters and you don't know which way to turn. You can't tell up from down, in from out. When finding a job becomes a life mystery, makes you doubt whether your life is even worth living. Doubtful not so much if tomorrow will be better, but you get into a space where you doubt if tomorrow can be better.
All right.
See, we get caught up and everything piles up one on top of the other. And then when the latest trial and tribulation comes on, you're not even done with what you were going through before. Get caught up because you were already sick. Now you can't pay your rent and you might lose your house because you haven't been able to go to work. You already had a drinking problem and now you've got to deal with rumors that your husband or your wife has been unfaithful. It's hard to grasp the true beginning when your life pivots on all that's happening to you right now in this moment. You see, what happened yesterday has clouded your today, and tomorrow is at best uncertain. It's hard to grasp what the beginning means when life is happening all around you right now, and you're at the mercy of the things that are pushing you right to life's edge, and the only question that means anything to you is what Shakespeare said: to be or not to be. That's why today's text is so important for you and for me. You see, these opening words of the Bible are a reminder to us that in this life there are going to be some dark days. There are going to be some chaotic days. And in this life there are going to be some times when, because of all that is pressing in on you, all that is weighing you down, you will wonder whether it's worth it or not. In this life there are going to be what George W. Bush called, yes, I am quoting George Bush. There are going to be those decision points in your life. But those decision points in your life up to this point have been darned if you do and darned if you don't. You always seem to find yourself back at square one, but every time you come back to square one, the square's gotten a little smaller.